Hey, today we're going to cook up something good here. I'm going to try something a little different. I'm going to try some black-eyed peas here. Some dried Camellia brand, that is. Which, you know, Camellia is the best brand dried beans that you can get. And I'm going to try the recipe on the back. It's a New Orleans style black-eyed peas recipe. And it's got all the ingredients. Of course, you need a bag of the black-eyed peas from Camellia. And you need half a pound of seasoned meat, which I don't know, ham I guess you could use in it, or I'm going to use sausage, some andouille sausage. And this is a little over a half pound. It's almost a pound. I'm going to use most of this. I'm going to use a little over a half a pound. Anyhow, one large onion going to go in there, and 6 to 8 cups of water in a big old pot that I'm going to cook the beans in. And I'm going to use some cooking oil, of course, in there to saute the onion down and get it going. And got some garlic, a couple big old tubes of garlic, and some seasoning, some thyme and some sage I'm going to use in there. Let me look down here. You can see down here a little bit better maybe. And I'm going to make some peach cobbler here. I'm not going to show it in the video because I made a video of doing this kind of like instant peach cobbler mix. It's not hard at all to make. You just mix around up some milk and egg and dump it in a cast iron skillet and bake it in the oven. It's real easy to make, and you can watch my other video on that. And just use some peaches in there. And of course salt and pepper is going to go in that black-eyed peas. So use some slap your mama there too. See back there, slap your mama. Yeah, use some of that in there too. I'm going to make some cornbread too. I might not show that because I got another video on how to make cornbread. I might leave a link to the cornbread and peach cobbler video so you can watch that. But anyhow, let me get everything together here and show you how to cook up some good old New Orleans style black-eyed peas. Alright, I got the Camellia brand black-eyed peas in the colander here. I'm going to wrench them off in the zinc and pick out anything that don't belong in there. I see a couple red beans that look like in there already. I guess a red bean or two wouldn't hurt you. But drain them because it might have dirt or might have something that don't belong in there. But anyway, rinse them out. It looks pretty good, except like I said, I think a couple small red beans in there. But I'm going to rinse them out real good. And over here in a pot, I put 6 cups of water in there to start the beans out with. So I'm going to get it over here on the burner. Get that water boiling. And then get them beans over there. So hang in there. Alright, like I said, I got 6 cups of water in that pot. It's a boiling now. And I picked out all the stuff in them beans I didn't want. Like, you see there's some beans here that's discolored. You see some half of beans or whatnot, and pieces that you might not like. There's some small pinto beans or red beans or something in there. So you pick out what you want, and you get something that looks pretty good like that. And then we just dump them all in here, get them cooking. The bag says boil for, or get it boiling, and after you get it boiling with the beans in there, simmer it for about an hour. And then it says put your meat in there. I'm going to brown my meat before I put it in there. And then put my seasoning, you know, salt, pepper, and slap your mama in there here in a little bit. But I'm going to let them go here for a little bit, and then get my sausage browned down a little bit, and then put it in there here in a little bit. So hang in there, I'll show you here. Alright, I cut that andouille sausage up in the coins. I might cut it up some more, but what I'm going to do is put it in the oven and then brown it a little bit. I sprayed some cooking spray on the sheet, maybe help it brown down a little bit more. You can brine it down in a cast iron skillet or any skillet. The direction just said just throw it in the pot with the beans. But I like it brown. Gives it a little bit better flavor, I think. So let's do that. I'm going to put it in the oven down here. Okay. Let it go, I don't know, about 25 minutes. I got it at 350 or 375, whatever. So yeah, there's the andouille sausage I use. I know it's a national brand, but it'll work. So what I got, so that's what I use. And don't forget the Camellia brand black-eyed peas. I call them beans sometimes. So if I say beans, I mean black-eyed peas on these. So got her over there simmering. Them beans over there, see up there? I got them simmering in that pot. You want to put the lid on it and let them simmer. I might want to cook them beans a little bit longer than an hour, or them black-eyed peas. We'll see how they turn out. And I may need to put a little bit more water in as I put everything else in there. As them beans will cream up a little bit, and it may thicken. So we'll see, because the recipe calls for 6 to 8 cups. I got 6 in there now. So let's just see how she goes. And I'll show you here shortly. I'm going to saute my onion down and my garlic. I got 2 cloves of garlic I told you earlier I was going to put in there. Anyway, I got a saucepan here on the burner. I need to fire this thing up. Alright. About 2 tablespoons of oil. That's probably enough. I'm using extra light olive oil. Just get all that onion in there. I didn't show you chopping that onion up. I'm too slow at chopping vegetables up, so I just usually cut that out. I'm sure everybody could cut up some vegetables. It ain't too difficult. Don't chop none of your fingers off. Anyhow, I'll get that going there. Gonna go in that oil. There, so. And I'm gonna put this garlic in there here in a few minutes, but let me get that garlic all chopped up too and get it going in there. I don't want it to cook too long. The onions need a lot more time cooking, so that's what I did. And back there, I put that pot back there on that back burner because all my other burners are kind of hot even on low, so I didn't want it to just boil them to death. I already had to put 2 more cups of water in there because it reduced the water level down after about a half hour or so. So now it's got a total of 8 cups of water in with them beans. Like I said, we'll get these onions going here. See, they're starting to go already right down there. Alright. Alright, got that onion there pretty good. Cooked about almost the way I want it. See how shiny it is? I mean, it's just cooked up pretty good. Get this garlic in here. That's 2 toes of garlic, or cloves, or however you want to call it. Whatever you want to call it. Like I said, the recipe only called for 1, but that didn't seem like enough to me. I don't know. I don't think you can get too much in there with 2 anyhow. So get that going a little bit more here. Then it'll be ready to go in that pot over there. And we'll take a look at that sausage here too in a minute. Oh, almost forgot. When you're doing vegetables, you always want to season them a little bit. There's a little salt. Put a little pepper on there. There. I might put some more salt and pepper in there. Sausage has got some salt in it. Slap your mama that's going to go in there has got some salt in it. So we're hold off on the salt for a while. Yeah, but I'll definitely put some pepper in with them. There we go. We got them black-eyed peas that have been cooking. Oh, just about an hour. Not quite an hour. But hey, they're fluffing up pretty good. I think the directions might be right on these. It ain't kind of like red beans. It takes a little while for them. These don't take... Alright. Daggone oven. I got to pull my sausage out, it's telling me. So anyway, I'm going to put all these onions I sauteed down, this garlic in there. And put put it in there. See? I'll come back and get all that in there. I just want to get most of it in there for now. Stir that in there. Now I'll go ahead and put some pepper in there. Fresh cracked black in this container here. So I don't know. Half a teaspoon, I don't know. Just gonna kind of go by taste here. I'm gonna put some thyme in there. And the recipe calls for a half a teaspoon of that. There we go, right there. So I used the ground thyme. It didn't say thyme leaves or ground thyme. That kind of wondering how it's going to turn out. But and then it calls for a pinch of sage. It says it's optional. I think a pinch of sage might be what? A quarter? Maybe a quarter teaspoonful? That'd be a pinch, I think. Yeah, that'll work. Get that going in there too. Yeah, that's going to be good. Get that sausage out here. Step back, camera. Step back there for a minute, will you? There. Let me get that sausage up to there. There you go. I flipped that sausage while it was in there. See, it's brown on both sides pretty good. So what I'm going to do is just kind of scrape it off in here. Leaves a lot of the grease on the pan, so maybe I won't be getting a lot of grease in the meat. Or not in the meat, in the pot. It'll help a little bit, but I need some grease in there, I reckon. Oop. See, I'm saving them big ends for me to eat, snack on. So what I did is I cut off the ends. Oops, one of them went in the pot. Come on back out of there, boy. I don't know where you went. Anyhow, I got about 3/4 of a pound. 3/4 of a pound of sausage in there. And it wasn't quite a pound. That's funny. They say you pack a sausage. They tell you think you're getting a pound and you're only getting 12 or 13 or 14 ounces. It's like anything. Buy a pound of coffee, you think you're getting a pound. You get 12 ounces. What is that? They leave the price the same, so you think the price ain't going up, they give you less. Alright, I didn't know this was a rant, but anyhow, I guess I turned it into. Anyway, down there. You see that? The sausage is in there. Don't that look good? Yeah, it does. We're going to let that go for a while, and then we're going to check it for some salt. Nope. I'm going to put some Slap Your Mom in there. It's got salt in it, so. Some Cajun seasoning. This is some good stuff here. Yeah, that should work. Let's put that back on another burner there so where it won't be boiling so high. We'll put it on a simmer over there on one of them other burners. These beans, they're about done. It's been about an hour and 25 minutes. I taste them. They're good, but they ain't got enough salt. I'm surprised. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a little salt in them. And a little bit more Slap Your Mom, because it really could use some more seasoning too. There, that should do it. I'm going to let it go another 10 minutes like this. Or 15. I might let it go 10. It really don't, like I said, it's about done. It really, like the package says, simmer them for an hour to cook the beans, and then put your meat in and your seasonings and everything, your onion, and after the hour point, you want to do that for cook the beans for an hour, then put everything in it, and then let it simmer for another half hour. That's about right. I'm surprised. They cook a lot faster than the red beans, but they're going to be yum. I'm waiting for the cornbread and the peach cobbler. It's going to be about 20 minutes for it, so I'll show you how everything is when it's done. Alright, here are them beans. I cooked them another 15 minutes. I put a little bit of pepper when I turned the camera off. I put more pepper, black pepper in there. And they're good. I tell you, I tasted them fine. Yeah, and there's that homemade cornbread there. Come out real good. Like I said, you can see my video on homemade cornbread. How to make it fine like that. And then there, check that out. That's that peach cobbler we're going to dig into. Hey, and I made some rice back there. We're going to have them black-eyed peas. I'm going to put them on some rice. Or you could eat them just right out of a bowl with the cornbread. Okay, I'm going to serve it on up here. Hang in there. Hey, this sure did turn out fine. Black-eyed peas, Camellia brand. Maybe up a plate of this. DW's. New Orleans style black-eyed peas. Mmm. We already tried that. Mmm. I'll go by the recipe on the back of the Camellia brand black-eyed peas. Just do like I did. Put a little bit more garlic in it. Maybe a little bit more meat than what it calls for. Man, this is good. Mmm. Cornbread. Good homemade cornbread. You should check out my homemade cornbread video. And then got the peach cobbler. It's not homemade, but for a peach cobbler like this, it's easy to make. I'm real close to it. Homemade. Mmm. You check out that video too. I'm glad everybody stopped by and hope you enjoyed the video. It's going to work. I'm going to get on back to this good old cooking here. Mmm. Fantastic. Thank y'all. Y'all take care. I'll see y'all soon.